Hey guys, thanks for joining me. And if you like what you see, please subscribe.
Hello, peoples. Welcome to Sharp Ends. Thanks so much for joining me today. I got a very special video for you. I'm going to go through my collection of LT Wright knives. I just got my latest 4 on the floor semi-custom in, and I thought I would go through and kind of explain my love for them. First off, I'll ask you to please click the link down below and like the video. Leave a comment. That really helps the channel. And thank you, as always, to my Patreon supporters. So I started off this channel pretty much exclusively as a pocket knife channel, and I slowly started to get into fixed blades. I didn't really know much about them. I'd been carrying a folding knife my entire life, and the fixed blades I did have were really shamefully bad knives. So the first thing I picked up was this guy right here. It was the Bravo. I mean, if you're going to start somewhere, start with a Bravo, right? The Bravo, the Mora. This was really how I started to get into it. I didn't think I was really going to get into fixed blades. And now lately my channel has become more and more fixed blades to the point where I'm almost more interested in fixed blades than I am in pocket knives. When I got this, I knew that they had some quality control issues. Bark Rivers, it seems to have gone down, although some people are still complaining about them. I did recently receive a knife from them that did have a little bit of an issue with it. That was my Aurora 3. But anyway, so, I was looking at this American made, very supposed to be high end and stuff like that. Don't really like these sheaths at all, really. One of my biggest complaints about Bark River are their sheaths. Someone mentioned on the comments, like they often do to help me out, thank you so much. They said, well, why don't you try out LT Wright Knives? And I checked them out, and a little bit of a smaller outfit, not as many different kind of set steels in general that they use, and just a different aesthetic too. And so, you know what? I was like, well, what's the most comparable thing, or the thing that, would really throw a Bravo a run for its money? And most Bark River knives, of course, are convex ground, which is a specialty kind of ground I don't find really that often. And so what I got, my very first LT Wright knife, was the Genesis, which you cannot go wrong with. Scandi grind, A2 knife steel. I have not had any problems maintaining this steel or getting any rust on it, and it looks really good. I mean, you can see that there's some places on the edge here. I have put this knife through the war. I mean, it looks like I haven't used it, but I have actually used it quite a bit. Only ever needed to strop it. There are a couple of places now where I've dinged it just a little bit, and I might need to put it on a stone, but I haven't yet because it's still, for all intensive purposes, absolutely good to go. Dutch Bushcraft Knife, those guys did a review. They finally got one of these. They were startlingly surprised when their first impressions were not that great. They're like, okay, a Scandi, really big hammer grip, but then it just blew them out of the water. And that's because this knife is really well thought out. And everything that LT Wright seems to do is on the keep it simple, stupid front of design. And they do, and it works really well. The engineering in the end makes this a highly successful knife. Very sharp spine for throwing sparks or, shaving off little pieces of tinder. The Scandi grind goes forever and ever and ever, stays sharp forever. And this Coke bottle handle is really versatile for all kinds of bushcrafting things. And I really liked these copper, brass, and the micarta here. I really liked it. This is the knife that you'll more than likely to find 9 times out of 10. LT Wright knives sell out pretty fast. They're not unattainable, but this is the knife that's most commonly in stock on their website. So this is what I got first. The next knife I got was actually, was it this one? Yeah. So was the daily carry. So the daily carry here didn't come with this Kydex. It came with I believe it came with this leather sheath here. But I got a custom Kydex sheath made for it, which has made this knife absolute banger in pocket carry. I got this from DLT Trading Company. These daily carries, they show up 2-3 times a year on DLT, different styles and stuff like that. Sells out immediately, like within an hour. These are fairly cheap too. Their LT Wright knives are about 25% cheaper in general than a Bark River knife. Um, so yeah, this was a DLT special, AEBL. I love AEBL. I've written love letters to AEBL, which is also 80 CRV2 and Nitro V, all kind of the same, around the same kind of made about the same way. Carry, this is in pocket carry, really nice, unique handle again, and I'm going to talk a little bit more when I have them all uncovered about how the handles are really unique in all of these. And then that took me to the Pothouse. So then I became a member. I think it's $25 a year, $20 a year, something like that. You get to be a part of this club online where you get access to a forum, as well as a couple of the Redwall, where you get a choice of making a couple of custom knives that are generally made, as well as something called Four on the Floor, which I think they do 4 of a year or 3 of a year, where it's a knife you would not get anywhere else. They're not going to send it to their dealer. It's a kind of more of an exclusive thing. For the one of the Redwalls I got, I think this cost $90. It was the Bush Baby high spring steel, very nice sheath. And they pre-patinaed it. They put a patina on it, and this stays sharp forever. Really nice handle. It very easy to sharpen in the field. You can sharpen it on your jeans just by stropping it. And the patina on it is very nice. I put some KPL knife shield on it occasionally. Keeps it good to go. I use this a lot in just having like a little fixed blade for that you don't mind beating to hell. I've used this up on top of man lifts and genies when I'm working on rehabbing things. I just need a knife I'm gonna dog out. This guy is good. High saber grind, really good for that. Yeah, so I like this knife. It's screaming good deal. Very hard to find these guys, but I was glad I was able to get one of these. Yeah, if you ever see this and for the price point, absolutely worth it. I like them a lot. Another knife, which is smaller knife, is this Frontier Trapper. This is A2 knife steel. I got this mountain grind on this. It's only got 1 pin. It's not quite a 4-finger grip. It's got some liners here as well. So that's why I have this little lanyard here. I like the jackknife type style of it. Very good for poking things. And again, I like this, having this as a little work knife here, and I don't mind dogging it. Very nice grippy material here with this red canvas micarta with the mountain scaling done on it. Just really, really nice. I always like their symbol too. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet. Love their little Pothouse symbol here. Very, very cool. So those are my 3 smallest LT Wright knives. Then we start to get to some bigger things. One of the first customs I got from them was this GNS3. I don't use it nearly enough. Looks really great. Kind of a combination between a survival knife and a bushcraft knife. I got black liners on this. Wish I had gone with something more bold than this, but um, this red shiny finish here, and the brass, the brass fittings are beautiful. Very sharp knife. All these knives have come extraordinarily sharp. Very impressed out of the box. They will shave hair. Incredibly good heat treat as far as I'm concerned, although some people complain that their tool steel heat treats are less than what they would like. I think that they're fine. This is 01, and again, I don't have any problems maintaining this. Keep it clean. If it gets wet or gets the acid on it, I just wash it off. I haven't had any problems. I like this style handle, and again, a different style handle, which at the end here I'm going to talk about reasons why I like LT Wright overall, but I'll note that. And then I got this Northern Hunter. I had a regular size Northern Hunter, which I sold. This is an extra large Northern Hunter. And this was a 4 on the floor, which, I don't think that they've ever mass produced an extra large Northern Hunter. This was the only way you could get it if you're a part of that club. And man, it's a big knife. It's a fun knife. It's a saber grind. AEBL, which is one of my favorite steels. Again, great shape. Very, very good meat processor. All around camp kitchen type knife, and also survival knife, hunting knife, that kind of thing. And then finally, my latest edition is the XL Workhorse. Again, a 4 on the floor edition, 01. Look how nice, and this is a very thick stock with this guy. Very sharp spine, Nice handle, thick handle. I've got XL hands, and this fills up my hand, every millimeter of it. It's already dirty because I use my knives, but a lot of that kind of messiness there will just come off with a little alcohol and cleaning. But I like to baton with my knives, like get them, get using them, feeling how they are. Is the edge stability good? It is good on this knife. Very insanely sharp. This is a confetti maker. I can just rip through paper like no one's business. Um, so overall, you'll notice about these knives, they all have original patterns and shapes to them. There's no cribbing from one model to the next. No design, like each design is thoughtfully thought out for its use and function purposefully. Utility knife that can be used for everything. I use it for an in-pocket carry, and nice, just enough for a 4-finger grip on my XL hands. Very nice shape, drop point, a little bit of a leaf, a little bit of a belly right there. I can use it for anything. Great knife choice and steel, totally stainless. Great design overall, right? Whereas if you look at the Bush Baby, it's kind of like a baby hammer here. A little bit of a drop point, leaf shape type blade. The steel choice, very utilitarian, easy to sharpen in the field. Little bushcraft knife, thought out perfectly, executed perfectly. Big bushcraft knife with a nice Scandi grind on it, right? Big handle, cuts fine though, but you can build any kind of shelter with this. You can use it really rough, and it is going to stay sharp. It's going to it's going to take all the abuse that you throw at it, and it's going to process wood like no one's else's business. Northern Hunter, again, unique shape, nice lines here. Fits really well in the hand for processing meat. Nice long amount of belly for doing nice long slicey cuts. It's not going to process wood, but as well as a Genesis or the XL Workhorse, but it is going to be absolutely stunning for everything else, and it will still start a fire, no problems. XL Workhorse, kind of a cross between a lot of different things here, but extra big knife that is going to do the job. Now, their Workhorse knife is just a smaller version of this, I think. I obviously got went with some more colors on this so that I wouldn't lose it if I put it down in the camp or whatever. Just wanted something a little bit different this time. This is definitely different. It's heavy. Feels like a Workhorse. Different type of hand. So all these handles are different, obviously, right? They're all made to do something different. Whereas with the Bark River knife in general, you're going to get the exact same kind of profile on the blade. Not always. I would say 90–80% of their knives have this kind of profile on their blade. I'm not knocking Bark River. I've got more Bark Rivers than I do LT Wright. I absolutely love Bark River. I just love the fact of how much thought goes into these designs, and they're a little bit cheaper. I like the guys who run the company a lot. They are always on YouTube and Instagram. Quote of the day, or your cup of coffee, your cup of quote a day, whatever they call it. Just overall nice people. I like supporting nice people, and the prices are right. Designs are excellent. So that's my LT Wright collection and my little love letter to them. What do you guys think about this collection? If you could have any one of these knives, which one would you choose? Which one am I missing from them, which you really think I should try? I don't have a Patriot. There's a couple of other models that I don't have of theirs. But at this point, I'm kind of collecting them when I see the exact right thing, or I can make a semi-custom of my own. That's what I'm going with right now. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. Please smash that like button, leave a comment. It really helps the channel. And as always, thank you to my Patreon supporters. If you want to join them for $3 a month, you get a chance to win a knife of the month. Follow the link down below for Patreon. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time on Sharp Ends. Bye-bye now.